Hello Steam Workshop and YouTube, I am Red Gaming 101. On Steam, that is known as Red Rebellion 101. And this is my workshop content, known as the SFSS Aton. Aton is a Greek word for seeker. Or at least I hope so, because I used Google Translate to find that. There are two entrances to the Aton, which is on the front and on the sides. Well, that's kind of free entrances, isn't it? Either way. And the side entrances look like this. They are on the side boosters, which act as driving canals, I guess you can call them. And they're pretty much what hold all the thrusters and whatnot that you will need for travel. This is the airlock, pretty standard airlock. I couldn't think of a proper color scheme, so I just went with a very bland black and white. I was running out of time and couldn't think of anything. And this is the place I was talking about. This is where you'll find all the thrusters. Of course, this ship will not work with thruster damage enabled. You can test it if you want, but I highly doubt it's gonna work. I tried to make sure it's not going to destroy anything if you put it into thruster damage, but it'll definitely at least damage this part. And if you walk into here, you can see something spinning over here. This is a decorative engine that I've made. Please do excuse the coughing, as I have a cold at the moment. The decorative engine's pretty simple. It's just a rotor with some blocks and the engines. I reckon it looks pretty cool though. And that just leads to the other booster, Cemetery. If you walk into here, you have a grand hall, as I'm calling it, because I can't really think of a proper name for it. If you go up these steps, you lead straight to the bridge. The bridge is pretty standard. I've tried to make it look kind of like the Star Trek one you see from the Enterprise. I think that's its name. You know, several different monitors, one person up there giving the orders. I'm not actually a Star Trek fan myself, so I'm just going off what I've seen on TV. Now, if you go into here, you'll find living quarters and assorted different rooms. In here, I've set up a medical lounge and a medical room. This is pretty much the waiting room here. The passenger seat there is miscolored, my mistake. And in here, you have the doctor's quarters. This is not very beneficial to you. It's not going to do anything really. It's mainly there for role-playing purposes. And what will happen is, the person will walk into here, the doctor will go here, and turn on the healing chamber master. And once that's on, this turns on for a sound, the gravity turns on for an effect that will only be isolated to this one spot, making the gravity less, and then there is a blue light that will shine down into the chamber to make it look like it's working. And then you've got simply a consulting kind of thing right here, which is very much, this is supposed to be a bench, just work with me. Then you got your standard respawn chamber. Then you've got sort of like a food sales and a restaurant thing there. It's pretty normal, I guess. Then you got a common room in here, which I have no idea why I put that there. Sleeping chambers, best I could think of. Couldn't really think of anything to use for beds, so I just ended up using these, the tubes. Because, you know, if you were to put a mattress here and then a pillow at the end, it would kind of look like a sleeping chamber, don't you think? Cargo container, cargo room, sorry. I purposely set this place up so that every cargo container is accessible. There's nothing in the corners, for example, because that would just be silly. But you can access everything here, and it's just my preference with cargo areas that the cargo rooms themselves feel very cramped and aisly, and I just like doing that. Then out here you've got, voila, the front entrance. So you're probably wondering, what is the Aton's purpose? the Aton isn't really a military vehicle at all. It's more of a scientific, uh, well, discovery kind of vehicle. Hence its name, Seeker. And yeah, I can't really say that it drives the best. It's pretty unresponsive, but I guess that just kind of plays with it. It's really kind of a thing you have to get used to. That's what it looks like all up, and it eventually would go pretty damn fast, considering all the damn thrusters I have in it, so it should be going fast. And that's it for the Aton. If you like it, please do subscribe and try it in your own world. I've enabled copy and paste, so you should be easily able to go ahead and put it into your own world if you so do wish. And I have absolutely no problem with you doing that. Go right ahead. Honestly, I would appreciate you doing that because it would mean you actually like it. Also, very quickly, the cockpit. I was going to go for a different design, but if you saw me on the forums, I was complaining that you couldn't do a certain thing with the glass properly. And so this was my workaround. I changed the design on it, like one of the people on that same forum did suggest. Honestly, I think I'm a little bit more happy with the outcome now that I've changed the design instead of having to work around it myself. There is this very rigid kind of design I did on that. Keep that in mind. It may not be your thing, maybe it is, I don't know. This is going to be an ongoing project, sort of, kind of thing. If you want any adjustments done to this or different versions, please do leave a comment inside the page for it itself in the workshop. I will make any adjustments as I can. That could be military versions, that could be changes to here to make sure there is a merge block thing so you can put it onto different things. I can't really do the conveyor system kind of thing that you guys have seen on the workshop for merge blocks because that belongs to somebody else and I wouldn't feel right stealing their work. So go ahead, subscribe to it if you do wish, and well, I'll see you guys next time.